My Lord, Master, Wardens, fellow pattern makers, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, I never thought I'd get to say that and there'd actually be a Lord in the room. Today, we're gathered with joyous anticipation and a sense of camaraderie as we come together for our annual March dinner in the splendid surroundings of the Vintners Hall and in celebration of our newly admitted Master, Deputy Keith Bottomley. It is truly an honour to have such a wonderful assembly of individuals who have taken the time to join us on this very special day. When our new master asked me to make a speech to our guests, I was absolutely delighted. Then he sent me the list of dignitaries he had invited, and I thought it might be easier just to get a copy of the Who's Who and read it to you all. At that point, I have to say, I panicked. So I did what all millennials did when faced with such an imposing dilemma. I sought the assistance of ChatGPT. It is remarkable how rubbish AI can be when you're under pressure. So I went old school and I resorted to Google. Yeah. I truly have no idea how any speeches were ever made before the advent of the internet. But with no further ado, I'd like to welcome our Master's principal guest and speaker, the Right Honourable, the Lord Deben. We are most welcome to have you. Lord Deben served for 16 years as a British minister in the governments of Margaret Thatcher and John Major, as Employment Minister, Paymaster General in His Majesty's Treasury, Minister for London and Minister for Agriculture, Fisheries and Food, before moving in 1992 to the Department of the Environment as Secretary of State for the Environment. The NGO community called him the best Environment Secretary they ever had. Lord Deben is chairman of the UK's Government Committee of Climate Change from 2012 to 2023, and also chairs Valpec Limited and the Association of the Professional Financial Advisors. You are most welcome. I would also like to welcome William and Helen Wilson, our Master's mother and father, who have travelled down from Lancashire to celebrate this occasion with him this evening. In addition, I'd like to welcome Alex, Andy, and Mia Da Vinci, the Master's sister, brother-in-law, and niece, from just outside Kilmarnock, sorry, in beautiful Bonnie, Scotland. Kilmarnock. I knew I'd mess up one of them. Moving on to our Master's civic guests, I would like to welcome Mrs. Vicky Russell, here with her husband Stephen. Vicky is a past chair of the Livery Committee and is a construction solicitor, adjudicator, arbitrator and mediator, as well as a trustee, non-executive board member and volunteer worker supporting London's homeless community. I'd also like to welcome Mr. Lars Anderson, a well-known figure in the city. Lars was a founder of the Guild of Entrepreneurs in 2014 and has served as the master of the company in 2020 and to 2021. He will also become Master World Trader, subject to election, in October this year. Lars joins us tonight with his wife, Jennifer. Also here this evening is Dr. John Hammond, another very well-known city figure and the current Master Scrivener. Dr. Hammond is also an honourable solicitor to the City Livery Club and is widely involved in the city civic life. John this evening is accompanied by his partner Emile, and we thank you both for joining us this evening. I'd also like to thank Mr. Lawrence Day. Lawrence is the foreman of the Gildable Manor of Southwark and is joined by his wife, Hazel. We also have this evening Alderman Prem Goyle, OBE, Deputy Edward Lord, OBE, and Imran Udelan, all colleagues of the Master from the City of London Corporation. Prem is a goldsmith and a chair of the City of London Chamber of Commerce. Edward is a leather seller and embroiderer, and Imran is the lead member for the Sustainable Finance. And all three are widely involved in the city business and city life, and we are all honoured to have you all with us this evening. Our next guest, Judith Rich, OBE. Judith is chairman of the Broad Street Ward Club and is a founding member of the Institution of Fundraising. We also have this evening with us Christine Cook. Christine is secretary of the Fellowship of the Clerks in the Broad Street Walk Club. And finally, I would also like to welcome the president of the City Livery Club, Mr. Alan Cook, and his partner, Deborah Black. Thank you all for being with us this evening. As I read through the list of distinguished individuals who are here with us, I think back to those guests who accompanied me on the day that I received the freedom of the city and was raised to liveryman in this wonderful, worshipful company of pattern makers. I recall my father and mother and other members of my family who were my honoured guests on that evening. Most of all, I recall the pride on their face as they saw their daughter take her place within this prestigious institution, within the glorious surroundings, and within the City of London. And I say this because it is our guests that make these dinners so special and spectacular to each and every one of us. It is our guests that enlighten us, our guests that enliven us, and our guests that embolden us. So it's with enormous pleasure that I ask just the members of the Worshipful Company of Pattern Makers to please rise and drink a toast to our honoured guests. Our honoured guests.